In a small town where the mountains climb, Tiff and the Punisher fight through time against a force that's cold and cruel, trying to save the family's golden rule. In the snowy reach of Alaskan nights, Spanish stands tall for everyone's rights, with the Constitution as her guiding star, fighting for justice no matter how far. They won't let our families break, holding strong for justice's sake. With every word and every stand, they fight for the freedom of this land. CPS tries to sweep them away, but Tiff and the Punisher are here to stay, reading those rights with hearts so pure, standing their ground so fearless and sure. Spanish voice echoes through frozen air, for every family she's always there, with a heart full of fire and a mind so clear, fights for what's right, so we have no fear. They won't let our families break, holding strong for justice's sake. With every word and every stand, they fight for the freedom of this land.
Dark clouds gather over my head, whispers in the night filled with dread. Shadows crawl slow, feet like lead. Don't tread on me, feel the fear spread. Silent screams, hidden tears that remain, shackles on the wrists of the innocent pain. A broken system, flawed and insane, and their rain break the chain. Don't tread on me. Fade
They are taking our kids every day. I try to admit and no one has a thing to say for those who have been isolated. Don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeve. You can't do what you're trying to do. We've done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, God damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up like thin tags. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come. Picking you one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. Give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior, and we cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. Stop.
What's up, everybody? It is me, the Punisher here. I am without my compadre Tiff. She has fallen ill to the household bug there. I don't want to say much more than that because God only knows that YouTube will, send me a misinformation thing. So we don't want to do that. I've already gotten one strike this week because of that. So I'm going to be without Tiff today, but I'm sure that we can do this without her. I'm sure she's got complete faith in us that we'll be fine. I noticed that Vinny's here with me, though. Vinny's in the back room. I don't know if Vinny wanted to come out and check things out, see what's up. So we'll get him out here in a minute. But guys, I just want to bring up to you, don't forget that we've got the Donald Trump Families for Freedom, Families for Freedom. Oh my God, I can't think of what we call it here. Let me get the chat up here. You guys can assist me in this here. There we go. Boom, right there. Hello, Dan and Tiff, Patrick Henry, you know it, Tammy. Everybody, good. I'm glad, and I apologize. I missed I wasn't available this morning for the show for you, Brendan. So thank you to Vinny and to Danielle for picking up the slack for me this morning. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. I had an emergency come up, so I appreciate that, guys, very much. Thank you so much for doing that for me. Brenda, I'm sorry that I had something come up, but I'm sure it was a great show. Hey, Brenda, you want to come in here? You want to come into the Tiff and the Punisher show? Talk with us for a minute? You're more than welcome to. But I got a story for you guys here. I just need to get her. I don't know if you guys followed us a while back. For any of you that did follow us back, I'm going to bring Benny in. Hey, Benny. Let's check this out, Benny. So you guys got to listen to this. That's right. Families for Freedom. Yes, that's what we were going to call it. Families for Freedom Day. But check this out, guys. Do you guys remember when we first started this? It was just recently that Josie had stepped away from us. But if you guys remember Josie from CPS Victims Hunting Justice, the lady was Josie Mondays from Canada. Well, boy, oh boy. The reason that she hasn't been on here is because they put a gag on her up there. And she was found guilty for, they call her for death threats. Just like Chris, right? But except for she never did it either. Just like Brenda's husband. But get this. So they found her guilty of this. They put her on house arrest. They put her on all of this different stuff. And obviously she had gotten her granddaughter back too, right, Vinny? So she got her granddaughter back. Well, I just got off the phone with someone. And I want to be careful with what I say here and how I say it, because I don't know how this comes about with everything. So she's been on house arrest. She just gets off house arrest on, I think, all of her stuff. Oh, Jesus Christ, what do they call it? They block her from talking, the gag order, all of that stuff. She gets off on February 15th, which is right around the corner, right? 2 weeks. Today, the police show up at her house trying to arrest her for violating her conditions before she was on conditions. Did you hear that, Benny?
Yeah.
So they showed up there because, see, she went and got a job with the local. I don't remember the name of the thing, but it was like an advocacy group in Canada, and she was trying to do some like undercover research and do stuff like that on them for us. And she got a job with them. Well, she got the job with them. That way she could come out and she could tell us what the goings on were and what was and so on. She was paid by the Canadian government. She was doing all of that stuff. So she was there legitimately as a job. They came there today and said that her being there was violating her conditions. Tried to arrest her. But there's more. After this goes on, she's a smart cookie. She covers up all of her tracks. She does all of that stuff. But after this happens, she gets a phone call. They're trying to take her granddaughter again, Vinny.
That's wrong. I'm sorry, but
They're
these
trying
people
to
need to
take
be
her granddaughter again. Can you believe that? They're trying to steal her granddaughter again. After everything's been proven wrong, whole nine, but they're back and they're trying to put her in a position so that she can't obviously do anything about it, right? So if they get her locked up or whatever, then she's out of the way and it's free takings for that kid. And this is what they're doing to her up there in Canada, man. It's freaking, I wish that she could be on and tell the whole story herself, but this is ridiculous. I mean, this is going on in Canada, guys. Like this is asinine. Like, how do you charge somebody for something that you weren't even in trouble? So how do you charge someone for violating conditions that you didn't even have conditions on? And then to find out that they're sending notice that they're trying to take her granddaughter again, trying to take the granddaughter for no reason at all.
Isn't that a violation of her freedom of speech?
Well, they don't have that stuff up there, dude. They're in Canada, so they don't get any of that, the rights like we get under our Constitution and our stuff. So this is
There's got to be a whistleblower thing up there at least.
There's got to be something, but here's the thing: she did just win her appeal, so I don't know how that comes into play either. She won her appeal 2 days ago, and then they come back at her with this. So this is them obviously trying to screw the pooch, right? They're trying to do some bad stuff to her. Yes, they do. Yeah, they do, Brenda. They make up anything, Brenda says. It's just I cannot believe that she's being mistreated like this. I can't believe that they're doing this to her. It is wrong. I mean, this is a woman that served in the army up there. She did all kinds of things. And by the way, if she was in the United States right now, she would be getting compensated for the reason that she was kicked out of the army up there from what Donald Trump just did. So she would be in a pretty good spot right now for doing what she did. And because of all of these things, that's what kicked everything off. And now they're coming back and they're trying to steal that kid from around you. Now, think about this. I mean, that was just a baby then, but now this baby knows her house, knows her mom and dad, knows all of this stuff. And now they're going to come in and try to remove her again to cause more trauma to this child. It's disgusting. It's despicable. And I can't believe that they're freaking even. If this is about the kids, then they're not even keeping the kids' best interest in their freaking mind, in their minds at all. They're not doing this for the kids. They're taking these kids for money, and that's it. And if this doesn't prove it, then I don't know what does. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense that this woman, who is a picture image, perfect little grandma, done everything right in her entire life, followed the rules, did everything that she's supposed to, so on and so forth, loved her family and a whole nine, and all they do is mess with this lady. And then now they're going to try to take her grandkid, which she's lived her life by. This is ridiculous. It's disgusting. And I don't know how many of you out there watch us in Canada, but if you do, then I need some Canadian help here in doing some protesting of this stuff, because this is disgusting what they're doing to her. It makes me sick to my stomach. It's just absolutely asinine. It's just, I can't believe that they're how do you do that to such a perfect little person? It's like, her, Benny, Joe, she's perfect. Like, she is as good as it gets. Like, perfect little grandma, loves her family, the whole nine. She served her time. She did her time in the army. She's done everything that she's supposed to, and they're still coming back and trying to snatch her freaking grandbaby up. It's disgusting.
Did you see the back room?
I know. Yeah, I know. So I don't know what we can do to help her. If there is anything that we can do to help her, and we got to be careful with what we're said. And
we got to find something. There's got to be something within a law and within a rule up there that can prevent this.
We need to find some Canadian lawyer to come in, a lawyer up in Canada to come and help us out with this situation, or even some people up in Canada, some groups or something. Because first of all, what we need to do is make sure that this grandbaby doesn't get taken away again. That's first and foremost. And then secondly, yes, I do remember. But if we can find one too, that's even better. But if we can do something that we can help her out, someone to research the laws and the rules up there, that can get us information. I know that she's on it 1,000%. Josie's a machine when it comes to this stuff. And we really miss her here on the show. But it's
absolutely. I miss Josie Mondays, because you know what? Contrary to what everyone has to say, or these people in Canada have to say, Josie is an amazing woman, and to fight the way she has fought against these people, I applaud you.
Absolutely. She's got her appeal is in she goes to the Superior Court now. So she's not only going back, she won her appeal. She's going there to fight at the Superior Court. I'm not sure how their system works up there, but I mean, they're saying this is just crazy. I can't believe it. But the number one thing is that they're going back after her granddaughter again. It's by me. And if you're going to tell me that this is for the best interest of the child, shame on you. Shame on you for taking this perfect little grandbaby back out of her house that they just fought so diligently to get back home, to be there for Christmas and all of this stuff. And now they're going to try to remove her again. It's disgusting, despicable, and someone needs to be held accountable for this. That's for sure. No doubt about it.
That's definitely corruption within the system.
Yeah. Yep. Sure does. It's Jesus, Vinny. I just think, I look at it like you're fighting in court. Like she's fighting in court. We're all fighting in different areas of the courtrooms that we're in. Like I'm in the Supreme Courts. Like you're still, Vinny, you're in the beginning stages. Josie's all through the damn courts everywhere. She's going through the appeal. I don't know how it works up there. Like when you're appealed, you go back to trial. I don't know how that works. We'll have to look into that a little bit. where she goes, what's her next step, I guess, for the way that Canadian law works. But as far as our laws go, if you won your appeal, then you would be reverted back to a non-guilty, or you won. It would depend on what the appeals court said, I guess. How the appeals court
it would have to. It'd have to be what the ruling was.
Right. The ruling would make the basis of what took place at that point. But I mean, I sit there and say, Josie, keep fighting. We all back you here for sure. 1,000% we back you at this station. And I can't wait for her to get back. And she's going to have a whole mouthful of things to say. But she was so close to being back. February 15th, she would have been back with us. And then all of a sudden, bang, here they are knocking at her door trying to arrest her for something that she didn't even do wrong. I mean, we know that happens all the time, right, Benny?
Yeah.
But to sit there and try and Jesus Almighty, to try to make up some sort of bogey charges on her prior to the fact that she was even on a probation or preliminary whatever status, I mean, that's just disgusting. And she's got all the proof for it. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. And like I said, if we got anybody up there in Canada that can assist us in all of this,
what about
greatly
Benny? Benny's up there in Canada.
Spanny might have some information for it, but I mean, Spanny's still up there in Alaska, so she's still in the United States as well. But Spanny may have some information for her, maybe with some Canadian law, where they're right there. So that's so
that
maybe we could get in touch with Spanny. But Capson Stem's guy not Capson Stem's guy. What's the name of that lawyer? Right. Yep. Sure was. But what's the name of that guy and the lawyer up there in Canada that we tried to get a hold of for the CPS Victims Hunting Justice Show? Benny, do you remember? Let's see if I can pull him up here. Let's see if I can find him. He's a Canadian lawyer that fights CPS or DPG up there, as it's called. Let's see here. Let's see. Canada. Vinny, while I'm looking this up here real quick, do you want to tell everybody, give everybody an update?
Yeah, I see Debbie's asked what happened today. So the court this morning was the CPS court. The ruling that they did on our motions was to agree but disagree. So there was no findings whatsoever. It was just a agree to disagree. So they're not able to move my daughter until the CPR hearing. If they move my oldest daughter out of the home that she is in before the TPR, they can be held accountable.
Right.
And the flip side of that, I sat in court at Portland District Court for 3 hours today. My hearing was supposed to be at 1 o'clock. I got in at 1. They started calling cases. The judge got to me. Stephen got up and spoke and said he's there to file his motion for withdrawal. The judge asked me how I felt about it. I said I objected. So he said, all right, we're going to do a, the hell is that called? Where they do the back room.
Ex parte.
And the judge is like, we're going to include you in that. Well, they get through the cases and all of a sudden I see Stephen and the judge walk out back while I'm sitting there waiting, thinking, okay, I'm going to be included because he told me I was. They did not include me. They came back not even 15 minutes later. And they had kicked me out of the live chat until they came back at 2:30. I joined back in and the judge said, I am ruling in favor of Stephen Shea. He is no longer your attorney. I grant his motion to withdraw. So then he's like, well, we don't have any attorneys and there's none on the docket today that can help you. So I said to the judge, I said, can I make a suggestion, Your Honor? And he goes, yes, you can. I said, well, I would like to get Rick as my criminal attorney. And he goes, how do you know Rick? I said, he's helping me with another case in a different district. So he said he would allow that as long as Rick would take on my case. So I reached out to Rick. I haven't heard nothing. They're supposed to reach out to him as well. But I also asked the judge if they received my orders. So the clerk pulled out the new orders that I had submitted, which was my show just cause and my motion for dismissal. And he said, well, I see that you have two motions here and that we need to have a hearing on this. He said, I will get copies to the district attorney's office and we will set a date for this hearing. So I did get my motions in front of the judge today. I voiced my opinion.
It's awesome. It's freaking
So
great.
it was definitely like a kind of win-win in both cases.
Sure was, buddy. Sure is, buddy. That's freaking awesome. So, what's the next move for your case, Vinny?
I don't know. We have a hearing. We're on the docket call for the CPS case for February, but my wife's attorney will not be back from vacation until after the 20th of February. So they can't hold the hearing until she's back. But in the meantime, we are looking into other avenues. We're definitely looking at Karen, which is the one of the foster parents, to come into court and express what is really going on, because the guardian ad litem is very much so fraudulently putting documents in the court, lying under oath, and using her authority to insert wrongful information into the court. And this is a blatant violation of constitutional rights right here. So I'm looking at maybe talking to them about moving the jurisdiction, or i.e. removing the guardian ad litem completely and having this case thrown out on fraud.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I mean, you got a good. So today was a good day for you, man. Today was a great day for you to get in there and fight this stuff, and you won, man. It was a good day for you, Vinny. Like, no matter, those seem like baby steps, but those are big moves and big steps for you. You know, like without your attorney and so on, man. That's awesome. You did a great job.
And I recorded it all. It is all on my digital recording.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. That's freaking awesome. That's so good, dude. When this is all said and done, when you do the archive files of Vinny, you know?
Yeah, because I got a lot of... I was listening the whole time, and, you know, they're screwing lots of people over. Lots.
Yeah, you think?
Not just me. I mean, one guy they let go on a $5,000 bail for setting fire to his own car at a golf course. And then another guy, they told him that he could have bail set at $10,000 in one case, and then in the other case they denied him his bail. How do you fucking do that to someone's life?
Right.
It makes no sense to me what these judges are getting away with. And the fact that I have had the same judge sit on my case 6 times. But I also received a letter from the bar today in my email with my login information to the bar for my complaints. and now I can talk to the actual officer of the bar through that portal.
That's awesome.
But
We need to
not
find
only
what you're doing.
that, I did submit my complaints against the Wyndham Police Department.
Yep. It'll come at blessing sides, all right. Trying to find the name of this lawyer here. So
Yeah,
now it's just a waiting game.
Yep. Now it's a waiting game. I'm hoping that Rick will reach back out to me tonight, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of schedule he has tonight, so it's just hurry up and wait, I guess.
Right. What the hell is this guy's name? What is this dude's name? I'm pretty sure it's him right there, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that we were. I'm trying to. Son of a biscuit. Canada lawyer.
That's pretty far out court date, I would say.
Yeah, well, they're just trying to get it so that they can get your kids. The fact that they can't move your kid now is huge.
Yeah, I like the fact that they can't do nothing.
It's kind of a calming feeling, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, they were trying to put a bunch of bullshit in there, and I talked with Rick until 1 o'clock, after 1 o'clock this morning, and we went over the things that I pointed out. Like, I took screenshots of this motion and sent him the screenshots of what I was pointing out that I did not agree with, and they put it in the motion. They weren't happy about it, but I don't give a fuck what them people think. Because when you're lying on motions and everything else, yes, this girl has caused tremendous issues for this family, but she is about to be homeless, no place to go. They took her SSI check away from her. They're keeping it. They haven't given her her money, and she's going to be out on the street.
Right.
That is more alarming, seeing how he signed a V9 contract with them. They're supposed to be helping her, and they're not doing shit for her.
No, but they extended their contract too, right?
Right. CPS has no fucking priorities for people. All they care about is that money.
Yep. As long as you keep it in there, that's it.
What's up, Albie?
Okay. What is this? I'm pretty sure that's him right there.
I can have it recorded, Albie. You want to know why? Because Maine is a one-party state, which means I do not have to tell them I am recording them. State law.
Huh.
We are a one-party state. We don't have to say we're recording. Not at all. What's up, Fax? Welcome back.
Hey guys, check this out. I'm gonna play this right here. This is Mark Ludwig. This is the guy that was just on with us the other night on the Tiff and the Punisher show. Let's watch this video real quick. It's pretty cool. This is the guy that we had on for the interview the other night. Let me share this with you guys.
The death of a parent to convert from an every other weekend business. Ludwig, I do want to thank the members of the committee for taking the time to hear this issue, an extremely important one. Without going into all the details, out of respect for my son and his right to love his mom, shortly after my son was born, I went 204 days without seeing my son. I went 204 days without seeing my son. my son. At the end of that time, I was relegated to the equivalent of an every other weekend visitor. Shortly after that, I was diagnosed with a pretty large growth in my brain. We didn't know what my future was going to be like. And it dawned on me that at that point, if something were to happen to me, my son's mom would automatically get sole custody. But it also dawned on me if the situation had been reversed, I would have automatically gotten sole custody of the very son that I was already only getting every other weekend. Why would it take the death of a parent to convert from an every other weekend visitor to having full custody of a child? If that's the case, shouldn't both parents have 50-50? As a result of my story being televised on a news station in St. Louis, my story went viral. I think it's been 30 million views or something like that. And I started doing a lot of Facebook Lives. And my reach now is around 3 to 4 million in an average month. This past year I did a tour of 38 cities in 24 states. And this isn't about me at all. This is about a fact that obviously this issue resonates. If we're attracting 3 to 4 million people every single month that are paying attention to this, and as you look behind me at all the people that are affected, this is resonating, and it's the only issue in 30 years that I've been around the political arena that crosses gender lines, crosses racial lines, crosses political lines, crosses socioeconomic lines. It affects everybody, because we already know half of all marriages end in divorce. And for children, they have 2 traumas that they're dealing with. Trauma 1 is mom and dad aren't together. They don't know why, but they're very confused because they love both of them. Now add into that confusion, only one of them do they get to see on a regular basis. The other one is relegated as a visitor, which makes one parent in their mind the superior parent and one parent's the inferior parent. Now imagine that to a 7-year-old child or a 5-year-old child that doesn't know how to verbalize this confusion. And we wonder why, when we look at the statistics, between 70 and 94% of violent crime rates, incarceration rates, high school dropouts, behavioral problems, substance abuse problems, can all be tracked to growing up, in many cases without the father. But this is technically gender neutral. I'll fight just as hard for a mother as I will for a father. But the situation can be solved so easy by starting the case with a 50-50. In every other area of law, we start out with a due process that says people are innocent until proven guilty. And yet we walk into a courtroom and one parent is presumed to have the upper hand in most cases. Many of my followers and just about everybody in the room behind me will verify, most people I talk to say, you know what, I didn't have as much animosity for my ex until I met with my first family law attorney. And they told me that, look, in our state, you're probably not going to get 50-50. One of you is going to win, and one of you is going to lose. So unless you want to be the one that loses, you better start digging up dirt to prove why you're the better parent. And that creates this adversarial relationship, and that's why these court cases are drug out for 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, a year. That's why, as we just heard, people settle. People aren't settling because they're glad that the arrangement, they're settling because they ran out of money and they don't have an attorney to keep fighting for them. Can you imagine how different it would be if those parents would walk into an attorney and the first words out of that attorney's mouth are, look, in our state, you're probably both going to get 50-50. So you might want to learn how to co-parent for the betterment of your child. And now all that money, instead of going to the attorney's college fund, can go to their own college fund for their own kids, instead of having one parent ripped out of that child's life. And so to continue on a path, and not in any way putting down the previous speakers, but to think that we're doing okay with our children across America and in the state of Pennsylvania, that people are settling and everything is fine, is almost like Mr. Magoo driving down the street, thinking that everything's fine while everybody's running off the road behind him because he's cutting them off. That's the situation that we're in right now. So I thank you so much for taking the time to hear this case, but I beg of you, please, for the kids of Pennsylvania, give them a chance to not have one of their parents ripped out of their lives.
Give them a chance to not have one of their parents ripped out of their lives.
Thanks so much.
That's crazy. That's about 4 defunding right there, Vinny.
I've seen that.
That's crazy stuff. That was the guy that was on the other night with us. I just came across that when I was looking for the this lawyer from Canada here that we're looking for Jose. So just you guys that watched him the other night wondered who he was. Talk a little bit more about him. What is the name of it? Yeah.
I was looking too to see if I could find him.
Oh wow, there's another video in here right here. Here's another video, guys. I'm gonna put in the chat here. I'm gonna put this. You guys should check this out about constitutional issues, brought up in family law cases. I'm gonna put this up here for you guys. I like to give out just a bunch of information, guys. You guys do this research. We do a lot of research. We tell you guys what to do, but I'm big on research, guys. The more you can educate yourself, the better off you can be. Check this out here. That's a good link right there for another video to watch. The number one thing that you can be in this whole fight when you're dealing with CPS, DPG, or any of these places is educated. Don't let them have the upper hand on you because you don't know what your rights are, or you don't know what you were doing, or you didn't know that you could do that. That's the number one reason for losing control of your case is because you're not educated enough. You need to take the time to look things up, do research yourself. Don't depend on your lawyer to do it for you or somebody else. Do it yourself so that you know what you can do and what you can't do. Having to know what those rights are that you have and what your constitution is, and that's not for Canada, but for us, it's the biggest thing that you can have to help you in any of your cases when deals with family law and CPS. You have to know what you can and can't do against them. You have to. There's just no other way.
Was his name Benjamin?
Possibly. Does he have a little ponytail?
It looks like he does.
What's the name on that you're searching up right now?
Benjamin Gruberner.
Let's see here.
There's him. There's Cassandra Law.
Yeah, in Canada. Yeah, he has a nickname.
There's Dugan Law.
Andrew Huberman, I think. Maybe is that him?
Andrew Huberman.
No, that's not him. Let's see here. Family. Let's see here. Where is this guy? Come on, where is this? Oh, did you see this thing? This is from me and your neck of the woods right here, Vinny. Play this one real quick. While we're looking for this lawyers here. I reached out to this lady too.
There's also a Michael. He's got.
Oh, that might be him.
Michaels have received numerous awards for various organizations for his outstanding criminal lawyer success in Ottawa, Ontario.
Yeah, what's his name?
Michael. He's at 141 Laurie Ave, West Suite 600, Ottawa, Ontario. 613-233-7747. What's up, Naylor?
Naylor! Let's see here. Here we go. Joe, this one's for you.
Mark Ludwig, Brenda said, is the
In a
senator's
box
name.
under a bridge.
That's the guy we just played.
Some even expect that if they spend exorbitantly on legal fees for an aggressive lawyer, they can force their wives and children into homelessness. Ironically, using aggressive or uncooperative strategies in the hope of intimidating, wearing down, or out-litigating a former partner often backfires, with the party trying to use them losing big.
That's not right.
In this episode of the Ontario Family Law Podcast, I will explain the best ways to do better than your ex in family court.
Yeah, that's not the right thing. Sorry about that. Wrong stuff. God, this guy was all over the internet when we found him that time. I wonder if he's gone. His name, he had it, and remember he said that he would be on the show with us.
Oh, you remember that?
PPG Canada. But yeah, guys, do this. See, do the same thing. Search things out. Look for stuff. Ask questions. Find other shows like ours. Do whatever you guys got to do. Get yourself educated so that they cannot pull the wool over your eyes and just come steal your kids. I mean, this is what you got to do. You got to learn these rules, your statutes, all of this stuff yourself. That way, you can hold your lawyer liable for you too. Because like that video just said with Mark Ludwig, they're not going to do this for you. They're not going to help you. They're getting money from this stuff. So it's you guys need to just be sure that you educate yourself. Come on, where is it?
I'm still looking to see what I can find, because they got quite a few up there.
Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. But if you guys have anybody up there that's in Canada or whatever that could help us out with this situation, please email us at CPS Victims, CPSV Hunting Justice. So it's CPSV Hunting Justice. Let's see here. I don't know. I don't know where he is. I'm gonna stop this. Just a second. I don't know where this guy is. I thought he would be easy to just pull up for us. But I don't know where his. Let's see here. The podcast, maybe. I don't know. I'll keep looking for it though. I'm just sitting here like gouging through these things, and we'll find it for you, Jose. We'll get you that information.
Yeah, I'm finding too.
For sure. I thought the guy had a ponytail. He had a white hair, a ponytail. I'll have to look back on some of our other episodes too, because I know that we had him on there, and I have him in my notes too. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, guys, go online. Get yourself educated.
They got so many attorneys up there.
I know, but we can't find the right one that we're looking for. So yeah, I mean, everybody just do the best you can do with what you have. Get your information right. Learn your Constitution. Learn all of this stuff. Learn the codes and all of that stuff that your CPS go by. Your codes, your policies, procedures, all of that stuff. And what are you saying, Albie? What's Albie talking here? Let's see here. No, you're not dropping a pond at all. You're in the big ocean with us. Anybody that gives us information here is huge information, Albie. Don't ever think that. Linda says, look at my chats. Okay. Sorry, I was so stuck in trying to find that information there.
Oh, Nahar, I know how to solve issues in Canada. Let's get it to become American as Trump wants. Got a point. Oh.
What the hell is that?
Do you hear that shit?
What is it?
The first placement my daughter was at.
The what?
The first placement my daughter was at.
Yeah.
The reimbursement rate per day on board and care effective 26.25 on 10/10/23 per day, $247 per day for clothing effect 10/10/23, and $2 per day for diapers.
Wow.
You're doing the math on it. $30.72 a day, $921 a month. For 30 days.
What's it come out to be?
$931. $21 and 60 cents a month.
Excellent.
My wife just got all of her discoveries.
Huh.
$11,059.20 a year. There you have it, people. Now you know what they're actually making a year off of us.
That's the tip of the iceberg, Benny. All right, Ben. I think it's about that time. Appreciate everybody. I'm a little bit off today. I apologize for that. A lot of things caught me by surprise today, so I'm just a little bit not quite with it here. Put my foglets up here.
There's a message in the back for you, Terry.
I guess CPS victims on the Justice Show comes on. So, Albie, thank you for everything you do. Obviously, you're not just a drop in the pond. Everybody here is just as important as everybody else. So I want to thank everybody that contributes their information, that helps us with everything. I need all of you guys to stay with us, be with us, because the only way we're going to beat this thing is if we pack it up, stay together, be together as a crew. We're all here for one another when we need each other. This is what we're all about here on this channel, guys. Is we're all about being here for each other when we need each other, and that's the way it's going to be. And we're going to build.
You got a message in the back,
everybody. All right, I will check that. And that's what we got to do, guys. We got to stay together. We got to pack it up, and we got to make sure that we all do what we got to do for one another to stay out of this system and to make sure that all of us beat these bastards before they beat us. So I'm the CPS Punisher. It's my boy Vinny. I know we're on the Tiff and the Punisher show, but we're going to get out of here. Have a good night, everybody.
When the day begins rolling in through from the night, been awake 4 damn days, still ain't nothing right. As I look at my wife so peaceful, I know it's just a matter of time when she wakes again and I hear her lose her mind. It's hard enough having the kids taken away. For the lies they spread have made it this way. I know you won't hear the truth, and that is not your fault. So I've been writing these songs to put in this vault. Every day without you is so friggin' long. Looking at the calendar, I wonder where has the time G1. All I do is bury my head in books to one day get back my kid they took. I never imagined this would be my life. We loved you so much, we never let you go. But when they came for you, I didn't know what to do. Waving from the back window is what I saw. My little girl in caseworker taking off. It wasn't fair, no one cared. That's what happened the day I lost. Why did this have to be us? There was nothing wrong, in God we trust. I challenge you, God, why is it me? He answers back, who would you rather it be? I don't know quite how to answer. Is it a challenge or is it an answer? Regardless of the choice, I still miss that voice that used to say, Daddy, I love you, good night. God, please do me a solid. You have all the worldly knowledge. Does she remember my name? Is she in pain? Will I ever see her again? I'm still asking the question every day, just waiting for him to shout out and say, but I don't hear a damn thing. I see an empty swing, and back in the books is where I'll be. Every day with and without you is so friggin' long. Looking at the calendar, I wonder where has the time G1. All I do is bury my head in books to one day get back my kid they took. My kid they took. Every day without you is so freaking long. Looking at the calendar, I wonder where has the time G1. All I do is bury my head in books to one day get back my kid they took. I never imagined this would be my life. We loved you so much, we never let you go. But when they came for you,